From Ricky Gervais telling a heckler he'd still ignore him in a small room before dropping the C word.
I can't do one-on-one, it's a big place. In a much smaller room, I'd still ignore you, cunt. Shush.
To roasting a religious troll for spelling science, S-C-I-E-N-T-S.
Your science, my science. Science, by the way, is spelled S-C-I-E-N-T-S.
These are 7 moments Ricky Gervais destroys disrespectful Karens, starting when Ricky used historical facts to silence a heckler.
Socrates said that fame is the perfume of heroic deeds. Fame is the perfume of heroic deeds. Well, it probably was back then. There was no Heat magazine and Big Brother. You actually had to do something to become famous. You were a great scholar or a leader of men. And all the way through history, that was the case. 500 years ago, the most famous man on the planet was Leonardo da Vinci because of all the great things he did. He was a painter. He was an inventor.
Ricky Gervais audits historical fame versus modern celebrity. He's about to destroy a disrespectful interruption that proves some people shouldn't have a voice in a theater.
Oh, go on, mate. Sorry. I can't do one-on-one. It's a big place. In a much smaller room, I'd still ignore you, cunt. Shush. Yeah, Leonardo da Vinci. It really annoys me when you hear these people go, you know Leonardo da Vinci? Yeah, he invented the helicopter. No, he didn't. Yeah. 500 years ago, he invented the helicopter. No.
Ricky silenced a stage heckler, but now he's auditing an illiterate online troll.
So, this is a tweet I got from someone after one of those, I assume. It was all in capitals, which excited me. That's the sign of Twitter madness, mixed with anger. And I looked at his profile, and sure enough, he's a gentleman from Texas. He's a fundamentalist, creationist Christian, right? Which is fine. He loves God. He loves God and fetuses. Mainly.
Ricky Gervais spots a caps lock tweet from a fundamentalist troll. He's about to turn this online rage into a surgical spelling audit.
He loves the fetus from conception to when it turns out gay. So remember, it's all in capitals. He's shouting at me, right? Your science, my science, right? Science, by the way, is spelled S-C-I-E-N-T-S.
The troll's spelling of science reveals a total failure of logic.
Already good, isn't it? I mean, he's obviously heard the word. He took a guess. Never seen it written down because it's not in the Bible. Your science won't help you. Well, it will. It's helping him beam this little message up to a satellite and down to me.
Ricky highlights the irony of using satellites to spread biblical hatred.
Your science won't help you when Satan, of course he believes in Satan. Why wouldn't he? He believes that God made the universe in 6 days. You're not going to say to him, do you believe in Satan? And he's going to say, bit far-fetched. Why doesn't God kill Satan? That's what I'd ask him. If I was wrong and I met God and I go, oh, you do exist.
He moves from spelling errors to a theoretical interrogation of God.
Yeah, I go, well, in which case, I've got a few fucking questions, mate. In fact, the first one would be, why did you make chocolate kill dogs? Also, if you hate homosexuality so much, why did you put the male G-spot up the arse?
Ricky questions the questionable biology of God's own design for men.
Your science won't help you when Satan is raping your British ass. And he's got a point. Because if I die and I find myself in hell being raped by Satan, science has pretty much let me down.
Ricky shredded a Texas troll's logic, but now he's incinerating every entitled A-lister in Hollywood.
Hello and welcome to the 77th Annual Golden Globe Awards, live from the Beverly Hilton Hotel here in Los Angeles. I'm Ricky Gervais, thank you. You'll be pleased to know this is the last time I'm hosting these awards, so I don't care anymore.
Ricky Gervais declares he officially doesn't care about the room's feelings. He's about to destroy the polite vibe with a high-stakes industry roast.
NBC clearly don't care either, 5th time. So, I mean, Kevin Hart was fired from the Oscars because of some offensive tweets. Hello? Lucky for me, the Hollywood Foreign Press can barely speak English, and they've no idea what Twitter is. So I got offered this gig by fax. So let's go out with a bang. Let's have a laugh at your expense, shall we?
Ricky mocks the foreign press's incompetence before targeting the audience's privilege.
But you all look lovely, all dolled up. You came here in your limos. I came here in a limo tonight, and the license plate was made by Felicity Huffman. So, no. Shush. It's her daughter I feel sorry for, okay? That must be the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to her.
A brutal audit of Felicity Huffman's scandal leaves the room in shock.
Look, talking of all you perverts, it was a big year. It was a big year for paedophile movies. Surviving R. Kelly, Leaving Neverland, Two Popes. Shut up. Shut up. I don't care. I don't care.
Gervais triples down on the pedophile theme to expose the industry's darkest connections.
If ISIS started a streaming service, you'd call your agent, wouldn't you? So, if you do win an award tonight, don't use it as a platform to make a political speech, right? You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world. Most of you spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg. So, if you win, right, come up, accept your little award, thank your agent and your God, and fuck off.
Ricky torched the Hollywood elite, but wait till he dismantles the hosts of The View for calling him sexist.
I feel like a strippergram.
Who's got $1? You know, we haven't seen you really around since the Golden Globes, where
you were a low profile.
Yeah, well, they attacked you, but they said that you were mean and rude, and you were surprised at that. You were surprised. Let me just read one of the things they thought was...
I am mean rude. I'm surprised they attacked me for it, though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Let me read one thing they thought was mean, and we'll decide whether it was mean or not, okay?
Ricky finds himself in the hot seat on The View. He's about to destroy the host's attempt to label his comedy as sexist.
Yeah.
A little sexist.
No, it's not. Why is it sexist?
Well, because you're saying that the girls are older and they need to be airbrushed.
No, I think they look great at their age. Why hide it?
Oh.
I don't think that you lose your sensuality or your beauty because you hit 53. I'm saying, why are they hiding it?
Ricky questions the sexism label before turning the audit back on the hosts.
I'm defending my motives, not the joke. I stand by the joke. Yeah. I don't think I have anything to apologise for, but that's not the joke. I think if you're going to criticise, you've got to understand the joke before you can.
Ricky stood his ground against the hosts of The View, but now he's about to dismantle Stephen Colbert's faith with a surgical logic check.
And I know that you're an atheist, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. People have been debating... that's the devil waiting for you in hell, by the way. Yeah. Would you want to debate the existence of God? Okay. Yeah. So, Ricky Gervais, why is there something instead of nothing?
That makes no sense at all.
You have to answer my question.
That's not the two choices.
No, but the choices I'm giving you, I'm the host.
Ricky Gervais prepares for a theological standoff with Stephen Colbert. He's about to turn a religious question into a scientific audit.
Well, I don't...
You want to concede the debate? Why is there something instead of nothing?
Hold on.
Yes?
What do you mean, out of nothing? What do you...
Why is there something instead of why is there nothing? Why does the universe exist at all? Why is there something?
But surely the bigger question is not why, but how. Well, why is irrelevant?
Okay, fine. How is there something? Because you think of God as the prime mover. How is there anything instead of nothing?
I don't. This is a ridiculous
Is there a
premise.
prime mover? Is there a demiurge that started everything?
The debate moves from the universe's purpose to its mechanics.
Outside science and nature, I don't believe so. Because the interesting thing is, this is the thing, right? So, I'm an agnostic atheist, technically. Agnostics means no one knows whether there's a God. So everyone's technically agnostic. We don't know.
That's true.
So
that's true.
An agnostic atheist is someone who doesn't know there's a God or not, as no one does.
Ricky's surgical definition of agnosticism reveals the limits of human knowledge.
You say, there's a God. I say, can you prove that? You say no. I say, I don't believe you then. So, you believe in one God, I assume?
In three persons, but go ahead.
Okay, so you believe... Okay. So, but there are about 3,000 to choose from that have been, people who believe in...
I've done some reading, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
So basically, you believe in... You deny one less God than I do.
Ricky dismantled Colbert's faith with logic, but now he's performing a surgical audit on a caller's misunderstanding of racism.
Well, it just comes down to one question: intent.
Yes.
It's intent. My
God.
Am I making myself look like a black person for fun, or
is the thing I happen to be putting on. Well, what if it was a face mask? I've used a face mask that's black, and I'm in the bath by myself, and at no point am I saying, "Look at me, I'm a black man." So it's all about intent. It's only about intent.
Ricky Gervais argues that racism depends on intent. He's about to destroy a caller's logic with a face mask analogy.
Wait.
Of course.
Hold on. Let me speak a minute. Hi. What's his name?
Ken.
Ken Steele.
Ken, you're babbling.
Ken, listen. I'm not trying to define racism. I think I know what it is. I'm just saying that. I'm pretty sure I've got a grasp of the concept, but you can put me right if I'm wrong. I'm willing to learn, but there has to be a certain. First of all, it's a prejudice and it's a discrimination.
Ricky tries to define prejudice before the caller's interruption derails the audit.
I don't know if that's racist.
Of course you don't.
I don't know if that's racist. Apparently only white people know when stuff is racist.
No, we're not. White people aren't the ones calling up complaining right now. You are.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I suspect that these people are practicing group racism.
Right, but you don't think that the
ridiculous.
guy actually physically assaulting the woman was racist because he was just responding to her stimuli? Is that it?
I don't know if he hates.
No, Ken's right. Anyone of any colour can punch someone else of any colour and it not be racist. It can be about something else.
Ken's theory is met with a clinical breakdown of physical conflict.
They were doing.
But my point is even this, Ken, my point is even this. They might be being racist. They might be secretly laughing, going, look at me getting away with it. I'm saying there has to be intent for it to be racism. It can't be...
I don't accept your definition of racism because
I haven't given a definition of racism. That's one part of it. I haven't given a definition. I've said for it to be... There are many things you have to tick to be racist. There are many boxes you have to tick, right?
Ricky refutes fixed definitions to focus on the underlying psychological intent.
I mean, like, painting yourself in blackface, I think is just... As a white person, I think that's pretty...
I agree that painting yourself in blackface is racist, right? But what I'm saying is there are things that you get on your face that are dark and black and brown that have no intent, like a face mask. At no point when someone puts a face mask on you for a facial do you go, oh, sorry, I can't have that, it's racist.
Gervais draws a line between racist performance and simple beauty treatments.
I've had white friends all my life, so I'm still suffering from racism.
Now hold on, can I ask you a question though? Is it Ken? Can I ask you a question, Ken?
Yes.
But you've had white friends all your life, and you're still suffering from racism. That's not our point. My question is,
okay,
let me finish. Fuck me, Ken. Let me fucking finish. I'll let you call back. Fuck me.
Ricky snapped on a caller's interruptions, but now he's declaring war on the bureaucrats banning his billboards.
Right. I am fucking sick and tired of the powers that be banning my fucking billboards and adverts for Dutch Barn. Sometimes there's just nothing wrong with them, right? One that was meant for the tube station just had me having a drink and it just said, one day you'll be underground for good.
Ricky Gervais targets the bureaucrats censoring his liquor ads. He's about to reveal a morbid billboard that authorities found too dangerous for the public.
That was it. They went, no, can't have that, because it might make people think, oh, because life's short, we should drink to excess. Who's fucking thinking that? Oh my God. Cowardly fucking cunts. Do you think it's my attitude?
Ricky mocks the cowardly logic used to silence his dark humor.
Oh, but you can't win because, right, you're not allowed to say alcohol's good for you or it does this or it makes you feel confident or it makes you feel attractive, which is fine. I went the other way. There was one advert I was reading from my laptop from government websites just saying about all the dangers of alcohol. They went, no, we don't like that. Do you know why? Because they don't like the truth either.
If you enjoyed this video, click the videos on the screen right now, but also don't forget to subscribe.